it spacecraft, if you will, non-human, exotic origin, vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
That is 36-year-old U.S. Air Force veteran and military intelligence officer David Grush. In an interview with News Nation, he said the U.S. government has a top-secret program and has found and retrieved wreckage of fully intact UFOs.
I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
In other words, it was kept away from Grush and his task force. He has filed a whistleblower complaint saying he gave the information to Congress and the intelligence community's Inspector General. The Inspector General has called Grush's complaint urgent and credible.
If you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
The U.S. government has acknowledged incidents with unidentified flying objects or unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, that cannot be explained. A few years ago, the Pentagon released these aerial encounters.
Look at that thing! It's rotating.
The objects captured on military pilot cameras and radar defy our understanding of physics and propulsion.
Oh my gosh! They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
But David Grush, who is highly regarded in the U.S. intelligence community, is the first official to state definitively, and now on the record, that alien life, extraterrestrials, are here.
An official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
Grush acknowledges he has not seen the photographs of the debris himself, but he insists he has spoken directly to countless military intelligence officials and has copies of their classified reports and top-secret documents. He says he is stepping forward because the military continues to hide these programs and lie about them to the public and to civilian leaders. A few years ago, President Obama, on a talk show, spoke about UFOs.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
However, Mr. Obama also added this.
That when I came into office, I asked, right? I was like, all right, is there the lab somewhere where we're keeping the alien specimens in spaceship? They did a little bit of research, and the answer was no.
And consider this. A science writer and a skeptic of the UFO claims noted to News Nation that whistleblower David Grush does not have any direct knowledge or firsthand experiences.
He's not someone who worked on any of these programs. He said he didn't see any photographs of it. He's not actually seen these things. He's talked to people. And we know there are people who think they've worked on programs. There have been people coming forward for many years. It never actually amounts to anything. And it's quite possible that people have become convinced that they're working on programs like this simply because reverse engineering programs of crashed things are actually real. And you can very easily see how people working on a program like this could come to believe that they are actually working on UFOs.
And there are real efforts to try and identify mysterious objects. However, the U.S. military keeps things so compartmentalized that most people never get the big picture because the entire investigation is classified. In any case, kudos to News Nation for how they've handled this story, and respect also to former Air Force intelligence officer David Grush. He is a courageous man who is committed to government transparency and integrity, and his efforts, including his public interview, have already had an immediate impact. The House Oversight Committee is planning hearings on the U.S. military and intelligence community's programs into UAPs and UFOs, and Grush's allegations will be center stage.
A dark object moves across the sky near a U.S. Navy stealth ship before suddenly veering into the water and disappearing. What was it? What happened? Well, that's what unfolds in a recently leaked video of an unidentified flying object, UFO, spotted off the coast of San Diego. Watch.
Took off, booking it.
Break Omaha, pick me kid, Rocco Frost with passability to launch Hilo ASAP.
Splash to get bearing and rain. Sure.
Got 2 minutes, 30 knots.
Keep going, bro.
We're making 10, so we can probably bring that 35 relative to windy. Sir.
Yeah, that brings it.
We got a lot of white water up there, some 6-foot swells.
Whoa, it's getting close.
Yeah, we have 31 knots sustained wind, topside, gust 40.
Whoa, splashed. Mark bearing and range.
John, what say you?
When is the video from? I don't know.
I don't know, it was leaked.
Recent, yeah. Why does every one of these look like it was taken at night on a broken 1999 Nokia? Like,
yes, John, are you skeptical of this?
I'm skeptical of everything. Like I believe that there are definitely aliens in the universe, but whether they're hanging out over the Pacific, I am less sure of. I don't know. I guess it's possible, but it just seems less likely than other explanations. You know, you were saying you don't want to believe.
Do I think that there is life outside of this planet? I think it's likely. Do I want that life to reach us? No, I don't.
not?
So I ignore these stories because I don't, like, there are certain truths that I'm not, oh my God.
What is that?
Dude, okay, actually, this is one of my.
Is that why you're afraid? You're afraid that exact situation will happen?
Did you ever watch Unsolved Mysteries as a
Oh
kid?
no, this is what I was worried would happen. They're such good dancers, how can we compare?
Man, they're freaking swole too. Look at them. Look at that
Take us
tiny
to
waist.
your dance floors.
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna be ripped. Oh, it's gonna be so annoying.
We don't know if they're gonna be ripped. We have no idea what they're gonna look like.
They're gonna be hot. They're more advanced.
That's what you're worried about, John? Have you not watched Unsolved Mysteries?
Do they involve aliens?
Yeah, I remember
I'm
watching
thinking of something else.
I remember watching Unsolved Mysteries as a child with my mom. I don't know why she let me watch it with her. And I would stay up at night. Like I would be in bed. And anytime there would be like light outside of my window, I was like, that's it. They're gonna come, they're gonna abduct me.
No, they did. They just wiped your memory. It was nice of them.
You know what? I would prefer that.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna do it, yes, please clear my memory of the experience. And hopefully you didn't, install something in me.
Yeah, and I want the exact same thing for every unnecessary work meeting. I'll do it, but just wipe my memory of it afterward. I don't want to remember that I was on the Zoom. But anyway, I read a book growing up called Chariot of the Gods, I think it was called. And I'm sure some people in the audience have read this. It is basically what to a young me seemed like a scientific analysis of all of the things that have been found. Artifacts, sculptures, stuff like that can't be explained. Things that seem like they have to be evidence that aliens have visited Earth. I've read more since I grew up and a lot of it falls apart, unfortunately. But as a kid, I was like, oh, they proved it. There's this battery from Iraq from 5,000 years ago that we definitely couldn't have made, so clearly it's aliens. Or like so many ancient cultures have iconography of people with like bubbles around their heads that look like helmets.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh no, it's proof. Aliens have been everywhere, basically. It's not that simple, unfortunately, but I was really convinced when I was younger. I also watched X-Files and a lot of Star Trek. Those might be connected. Yeah, thank you. That what nobody was. That's okay. Right, that's me in the middle. Yeah, I kind of want to believe, but I was saying on TDR that right now, if aliens were to unveil themselves, like I saw how a lot of humanity responded to the pandemic. We're not ready. We're just not ready.
No, that's why. I ignored the story because I don't want it to be real. Like, I don't know what that video was. I don't know if that was actually any type of like life form that traveled to the United States off the coast of San Diego, of all places. But all I know is, look, I think in a lot of ways, we're lucky to be born when we were born, right? Like, I think about what previous generations were like for women especially, and it was pretty awful. But like, we also have our own challenges. Like, we're grappling with climate change, we're grappling with late stage capitalism in the United States and honestly across the globe. Neoliberalism went far and wide. And that's enough. That's enough for us. Like, let's just have that to deal with. And then in terms of life outside this planet, let's just hope that they don't reach this planet in this current political climate where Americans can't agree on something as simple as condemning rioters breaching the Capitol building and defecating on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Or as simple as, there's germs out there, they could kill you, maybe cover up.
Oh my God.
We can't. That said, like, while I'm worried what it would be like, if I could press a button and have the aliens get here, I would totally do it. And I don't even mean any aliens. I mean the aliens from the movie Aliens. I would press that button. I want to see something cool in my life.
John, stop talking.
I just want to see something interesting and like take me. You don't even have to take me to your leaders. Take me to whoever. Just take me.